everyone, welcome in. My name is Kimberly. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to lead and guide us today in this practice through a pranayama exercise and a guided meditation. Whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening in your little corner of the world, I'm so happy you're here. The beauty of each and every one of us being in our own practice, right? In our own home. Maybe you're in your office. Maybe you're going to sleep with this practice this evening. Wherever you are, whatever time of day or evening it is, you can use this practice to live your best life. Our pranayama practice today is called Ujjayi pranayama. That word Ujjayi means victory or victorious. And so it's one of the healthiest forms of breathing that you can do for your body and for your brain. It takes 5 minutes of conscious breathing to bring our brain out of fight or flight and walk it into a more calmer sense of being. And then the brain tells the body, hey, everything's good, we are calm, we are relaxed, and the body relaxes, the body follows suit. So let's go through this pranayama practice right now together. I want you to make sure that your spine is tall and lifted. So if you need the support of a wall or your headboard on your bed or a chair, please do so. In this practice, your hands, you can have your palms up or relaxed down on your legs. All right, feel free to close your eyes. With our lips closed, we're going to breathe in through our nose. And then when you cannot take any more breath in, this is what it's going to sound like. You're going to take the exhale, the out breath, and you're going to take that out breath and you're going to send it down the back of your throat and into your body. Okay? All right, let's try this again together. I'll explain it one more time and then I'll be quiet and we will breathe together. So breathing in through our nose, lips closed. With the out breath, breathing out of the nose, lips closed, sending the breath down the back of the throat. Very nice. I have a funny story about this. The first yoga class I ever took, I came in and everyone was practicing Ujjayi pranayama throughout the entire practice. And it kind of scared me a little bit because I wasn't aware of what was happening. But now that I know the benefit of it, I use it all the time. You can use this form of breath anywhere at any time, right? So let's do this again. Now I'm gonna go ahead and be quiet. I'll just get us started and then I'll be quiet. And we'll continue this breath work for about 3 minutes. All right, let's go together. Lips closed, eyes closed, breathing in and breathing out. And let's continue. And let's take one more breath. After that last breath, just let your mouth open, keep your eyes closed, and just sit quietly for a few moments. Beautiful. Very nice, guys. That is your Ujjayi Pranayama. So our guided meditation, the inspiration for this one when I wrote this was I was thinking about how very important our words are and what a gift that we have with our voice, right? It is such a gift given to us. We can harm or heal with our words. And I was thinking, you know, it's so easy to be able to give kind words to others, but how easy is it to give kind words to ourselves? When I was a child, my parents would always say to me and my siblings, you know, what you do here at home and the way you treat your brothers, your sisters, your mother, your father within your home is so much more important than with how you treat others on the outside of our home. That's important too, but it begins here. And so this meditation was kind of written off of that memory of my childhood, that what story or what words are you speaking to yourself? And how important it is to speak words of life, to speak words of healing to yourself. Now, some of you may be out there going, I don't know, Kimberly, I have been doing this thing in my brain, just, you know, this narration. I've been speaking this story to myself that is not good for so long, and I've tried to break it, and I just cannot. Well, first of all, I want to give you some hope. You can. You can. So I want you to take those words, I can, and boop, just drop them out. Do not let them come into your brain again. All right, so from this moment on, you can. At the source of every habit is one thought. If you can catch that thought, right, you can break it. So what we do when that thought comes in, like mean words, let's say mean words come in, or discouraging words you're speaking to yourself, you just have to stop in the middle of it, grab a hold of it, and then switch it. So, for example, I have this little mantra that I made up. Now, a mantra is a word or a sentence that we use to break habits. We use to bring goodness into our lives, right? Into our minds, into our bodies, into our spirits, and to make changes for the better. So this mantra that I have, one time my brain was just like going cray cray, and I was like, okay, we're gonna stop right there, brain. I see you, I love you. I'm so happy that you have the capability of this flow of thoughts coming in and going out, but we're gonna stop right there. And I was dealing with self-doubt. And I stopped and I said, doubt, get out. As simple as that. So I went through my day, the whole entire day. I remember this. It took me about 3 days, actually, this particular time. And every time that doubt would come in, I would go, doubt, get out. And eventually, like I said, it took about 3 days, it was gone. So that's one way that you can start making changes with the words that you speak to yourself, is through mantra. All right, guys, I want you to get comfortable. I want you to be warm. All right, so if you're cold, if it's a little chilly where you are, put on some socks, get a blanket, go to your bed, or lie down on your yoga mat with a yoga blanket. And the key is just to make yourself comfortable. Once you do that, I want you to try to settle in, and I want you to close your eyes and close down your eyes. I want you to give your body, your mind, the permission, your breath, the permission to be where you are in this moment. So saying to the brain, I give you the permission to flow as the beautiful tool and gift that you are to me. I want you to say to your breath, thank you for the life that you give me. Find your natural path and let it go. I want you to say to your body, you are beautiful. I'm so grateful for you. And now in these next few moments, we're going to relax. So with that, the brain, the breath, the body, I want you to envision a feather. Once you have that picture of that feather in your mind, I want you to look upward within in your mind's eye. And as if that feather were caught in a beautiful wind and was slowly making its way from the sky, excuse me, from the sky to the ground, slowly, gently, carefully, beautifully. See that happening. What color is your feather? How big or small is that feather? How strong is the wind, or how gentle is the wind? And with each movement closer toward the ground, your body is relaxing. Your mind is flowing gently. And your breath is finding its path. And now that feather finds the ground, falling gently onto the ground. So is your body, so is your mind, so is your breath. All in gentle relaxation. As you continue to relax, I'm going to take us through a visualization, a story somewhat. I want you to take what resonates and leave the rest. Sometimes even a word that is spoken is all you need to hear to bring encouragement. So take what stands out to you and leave the rest. You find yourself outdoors, and you're preparing to go on a walk. It's a cool autumn day, so you have a sweater, a hoodie, or a jacket on, and you wrap it close around your body as the coolness you feel. The colors of autumn all around you. The sounds of autumn all around you. You can hear the gentle crunching, perhaps of leaves or branches that have fallen and are on the ground underneath your feet as you're walking. the gentle, cool, crisp autumn air on your cheeks, on your forehead, on your nose, on your face. It just feels so good. There's a little sensation within you, an intuitiveness, I would say, that this walk, this little journey that you're beginning on, has deep value to you in some way. And this brings maybe a tingle of butterflies in your tummy and your belly, and a gentle smile on your face. As you continue walking, you come into a grassy meadow. You go off the path or the road and down into the meadow. You notice that the air becomes a little more cooler. And then you pull that hoodie, that sweater, that jacket a little closer to your body and try to snuggle in. You also notice that what is around you is becoming somewhat of a grayish feeling and color. It's not dark, but it's not light. It's that in between. The word gray comes to my mind. And in the distance, you see this house. And as you even just lay your eyes on this house, there's a pulling within you to come to this house. And so you come. You get closer and closer, and the closer you get, the more you see. There's a fence, a gate that's on the outside of the house, and you walk up to it, and you notice that it looks very dilapidated, like maybe even broken. It looks old and worn and tethered and weathered. So you open that gate and you walk in. The grass that once was that beautiful green grassy meadow is now dry and coarse and brown. You walk up onto the porch, and as you walk up, there's a step that is broken and your foot slips. You regain your balance and continue walking up those steps. You notice the windows in the front are dirty and smoky and grimy. But still yet, you feel this drawing, this pull to this house, and almost a familiarity about it, like I know this house. You knock on the door, no one answers. You turn the knob, and as you turn the knob, the door opens. It creaks open. Immediately as that door opens, you can smell the smells of mildew and just that time had gone on, that it had been a long while since someone lived in this house. You walk in, the floor's creaking beneath your feet, and you see all around you in this first room of living space, the curtains on the windows are dirty. Even some of the windows are broken glass. And yet, this space, this house, feels familiar to you. You even say to yourself, I know this house. I have been here. You go from that first room of living space into a kitchen. There's dirty dishes in the sink, piled high. The chairs that are around the table, some of the legs are broken and the chairs are just pieces on the floor. The table is worn and dirty and weathered. And yet, this space feels familiar to you. You come out of the kitchen and you notice a staircase leading you up to the second floor. You begin walking up, and just like the porch steps, there's a few steps that are broken. You slip, you grab onto the walls, and you find your balance again, and you continue up. You see there's several bedrooms, but this one bedroom in particular feels like it's calling you. You go into this bedroom, and just as the rest of the house, it's full of dust, full of dirt. You go over to the bed, and you notice, what is it about this room that feels so familiar to me? You go over to the window, you pull the curtains open, you try to lift open the window to bring some fresh air into this room, and it's jarred. You cannot open it. You go over to the bedside table, and there's several different picture frames, all lying down, face down. You pick up one, and the glass is broken. You pick up another, the same. The third picture that you pick up, you notice it's a picture of you. And now you know this is the house I once lived in. A sort of disbelief comes over you. How did this happen? How did the brokenness and the dilapidation and the dust, how did this happen to my home that I once knew? And you begin cleaning up. You stay in this home, in this space for hours as you are making time to just reinvent, so to speak, this space. You sweep and you dust, you wash the dishes, you repair the broken windows, you put fresh curtains on the windows. And as you're doing this, you're noticing, wow, this space is coming back to life. This space is new again. And it's been so long since this space has known newness that it feels like you're looking at it for the very first time. You paint the walls. You come into the kitchen and you begin preparing a meal. A meal that you have always enjoyed making. The smells of the cooking fills the kitchen with glee. You may even begin to chuckle or laugh or take a little dance as this excites you, because the life is coming back into this space. You sit down at the table and you enjoy this warm, home-cooked meal that you made for yourself. You feed your body this goodness. And all these memories come flooding back of the beauties of your childhood, sitting around the table eating these home-cooked meals. Your belly is full and a smile is on your face, and there's a warmth within your heart as this is happening. And in this moment, in this home, this space that you once knew, that you once dwelled in, has now become something beautiful and new and warm. And now, guys, I want you to keep resting as I speak these words. This representation of this visualization represents your words that you speak. Words that you speak to yourself and words that you speak to others. What kind of home are you creating with your words? What kind of home within your heart? Is there warmth, or is there a coldness? Is there a draftiness? Is it broken, or is it repaired? Is it beautiful once again? Your words that you speak to yourself hold this power to create and to recreate, to take the broken, to take the yesteryear and make this moment magical, to come home again. As you continue resting, I want you to begin speaking words of life to yourself. You may want to speak them out loud in your own space, or you may want to just speak them within. But just begin speaking the words to yourself, words of life. You could use I am statements. I am beautiful. I am capable. I am strong. I am brave. I am abundant. I am blessed. I am thankful. You get the picture. I'm going to be quiet for a few moments as you speak these words of life and create that warmth of a new home inside your heart, your body, and your mind. And so it is. Let's start waking. Allow your breath to bring you back into your body. Feel free to add any movement to your body that feels good and right for you. If you're lying down, you may want to roll to one side of your body. And we're going to slowly come back to a seated position. Go ahead and let those eyes open up. We're going to seal this practice first, and then we'll say goodbye. So let's bring our palms together in the center of our heart. Oh, when I said that, when I just said the center of our heart, I heard the words, the hearth of your home, the warmth. So let's seal this practice together with a blessing and a bow. Namaste. Thank you guys for tuning in. I just want to encourage you, allow your words to bring you life, to bring you newness, to bring you warmth, to bring the hearth of your home into your heart space. And I encourage you with this because you're so worth it, right? All right, until next time, guys, have a beautiful morning, have a beautiful afternoon, have a beautiful evening. See you next time.